Shall I cut you down? Yes, 'twould be your last physical communion. I'll be gentle, 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 I'll be gentle.
Hello guys, welcome back. This is my game as Pangaea. There's about 9 other players in this game, and you can see quite a lot is happening at the moment. If you can tell from the screen, I'm in a bit of a war at the moment with Marignon, and a lot of other things happened. I'm just going to show the current turn. Now, currently it's turn 18, and a lot of things have happened in the game. I'll go over what's happened a little bit, plus I'll be going back about 4 or 5 turns to take a look at what's happened so far during the expansion phase. So basically, expansion has more or less ended for me. Now I'm in my first kind of war, and I don't know how well it has gone. Let's take a look here. So first of all, I have a few of my pandemoniacs blood hunting. Some of them are getting pretty upset. The province upset by the slave hunt demands it stops. So I am getting some blood slaves coming in. I had a few battles. Let's take a look at these battles. I don't know what's happened with them so far. Okay, the center commander was hit by seduction. I think this troubadour can only affect females. I'm not sure if he can affect males, actually. So I don't know if the seduction really works. Maybe Marignon doesn't really know how seduction works, because I believe it has to be the opposite sex to be functional, and I don't think Troubadour can do it. I think you need to give him the cat's eye amulet to make him a female or attractive to males. Basically turn him into a trans. Basically turn him trans, and then he can attract some big horse stick here. But so far, I think he's misunderstanding how to actually use this this guy. Okay, there's a battle here that went pretty poorly. Oof, this looks bad. So the centaurs attacking this force, and I tried to attack at the same time. Maybe my forces were not able to make it. So what happened here? Let's take a look. Okay. Oh, okay. That's what happened. So he had a big army. I tried to attack his army with a few forces, mainly this force here, as well as this force here. And it looks like he was able to maneuver past them. So he moved away, and I attacked some province defense, and it looks like I died to the province defense. And then he attacked one of my provinces and took it over. So this is a big problem for me. Probably I'm going to be losing one of these provinces. So it looks like this war is not going very well. Yeah, all losses here. So that's pretty bad. Yeah, oof, that looks bad. So a lot of losses. This is also a war I fought, or not a war, sorry. I'm not really in a war with Uruk at the moment, but this is a random event that gave me one of his provinces, kind of strangely. But yeah, it looks like things are pretty bad. I do have a fortress here now. Do I have a fortress yet? Oh, it's still a bramble fort. Oh, they must have canceled the fort before it could finish. So there's a fort here. I want to keep updating that one. Actually, how much money do I have? I don't have very much money. I want her to build a, sorry, not a temple. Let's build a lab first here. And then we can have this one build a fort. It's going to be a lot of income. But, geez, a lot of losses here. So I was trying to attack Marignon because he looked pretty weak. But apparently he's got a big army, and he was moving it north. I was hoping I could catch him off guard by moving south to grab him, but it looks like he was able to take out my forces very quickly and kind of screw me over a little bit. Okay, so now what I need to do, what I'm going to try to do in the meantime is see if I can seduce. Can I seduce from inside the siege? I can seduce, right? Why can't I do the seduction? Can I not seduce when I'm in a siege like this? Maybe not. Okay, I guess not then. I'm not really sure. Maybe if I move them out, I don't know. Maybe I have to be in another province. I'll move these two out for the moment. I don't have very much here right now. I have to move another force in. These guys blood hunting right now. Ew, that was pretty bad. So I have a little force here. A few centaurs. I could send these guys out to attack, but I think it won't be enough to really make any difference. He's got a pretty big army here. And let me take a look at that army composition again. So quite a lot. He's got a few paladins, a lot of halberdiers, and a lot of light knights of the chalice. So this is going to be a big problem. Let me actually take a look at this battle, because I want to see what kind of bless he has on his knights here. Oops. Let's wait a minute. I want to see what kind of bless he takes. Okay, there we go. Now these guys, where are the Chalice Knights? There they are. Okay, so what bless do you have? Fire Explosion, Heat 3, Fire Resistance, Solar Weapons. Wow, what a weird kind of bless here. He's really going for a big anti-undead bless, it looks like. There's 2 big undead free spawn nations in this game. There's Asphodel and Urmor. So I guess that's what Marignon was kind of going for. He went through a huge fire bless, it looks like. Is that what his fire... Yeah, he's got Solar Weapons, Fire Resist, Righteous Wrath, Heat R3, and Death Explosion. Wow, that's crazy. That's a crazy bless. That's kind of funny, though. I mean, they're pretty effective, but it's not really that useful against my troops here. There he goes. Yeah, that force was just not even close to being equipped to deal with this. There's a lot of heavy infantry here, crossbows, knights, and stuff like that. My force was basically just a few maniads and revelers. I was mostly going to use these guys to raid a little bit and be some chaff to accompany my centaurs, but that war battle with the centaurs kind of got fucked over a little bit, so I ended up losing that battle. I might try to push out this force in a minute. I think I'm going to try to move in another big group here. If I can get a few more units, what I may try to do is recruit a little bit more. Maybe I can recruit a few more mercenaries here. That might be my best option to get some quick forces out. Oh, damn, it's expensive. What should I go for that? Maybe I should just try to go for that. I may cut recruiting a pan for the moment. And maybe one of these guys can wait a minute. Maybe you can wait a minute on the lab and maybe go do some site searching or something for the time being. Let's get her to go over here and do some site searching for now, because that lab's going to have to wait. Okay, I do need a fortress there, so I'll keep the fortress building, but I do need some extra support. So let's actually get some mercenaries, because I really do need these. Can I afford these guys too? Let's just take these guys. I don't think anyone wants these guys. The Ajibras archers are usually pretty shitty. So we'll get a lot of mercenaries. Hopefully that'll be enough to deal with this force. I hope he'll sit here and not move into these other territories, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know what to say about that. I'm going to leave these guys here, and in the meantime, I'm also going to recruit a few more white centaurs here. Oh, I can't afford very many more, so I don't know about that. Can I afford anything? 170, 170. I can't even afford new mage. Okay, where am I getting recruitment? I want to cancel recruitment in some of these places. I think I might be recruiting somewhere. Yeah, okay, that'll save me a little bit of income. Okay, that should be enough to afford an extra Hierophant at least. That's good. That's enough. That's okay. So an extra Hierophant will be good. I can move one of these guys in to help out. I could move one of my pans in. I did recruit a few pans and Pandemoniacs. I'm mostly sending the Pandemoniacs out to go blood hunting, which I'll look for some good provinces they can go to. All these are pretty poor. Maybe over here could be good. I could send them out to here. I need some support over there as well, but maybe send them both here. And not enough money to really recruit. Either way, I need to get some patrolling going on here too, because I'm going to be blood hunting in this province a lot. So not much else to say about this turn. My battle against Marignon was kind of a failure. I took a couple provinces, but he basically took all 3 of these back immediately. He kind of fucked up my invasion force, and now he's going to sit on this fort here and probably crack it really quickly, because I was one turn away from building the fort, like the final level of the fort, and because he came here, it canceled it. So that really, really sucks, to be honest. But you know what else I can do? I'm going to hope I can get these mercenaries in next turn. Hopefully he won't crack the fort by next turn, and I'll be able to quickly move in and hopefully deal with this. But I don't know. I don't know how well that'll work. I'm going to move these 2 out as well. These 2 out. These are some free spawns. This was the province that had attacked. I had some very weird event where this province became one of mine for some reason, and I had a bunch of Dryad spawn. I had 1, 2, 3, 4 Dryad spawn there, just for free, and a shit ton of Maniads. So that was why he attacked that one. I hope he won't push that into attacking me more. I'm going to have to deal with Marignon. I can't really tell. I think his land is not, he doesn't have that much territory, because I've been scouting around this area. I don't see where he is, because this is Nidavar, or whatever this guy is. What is this country called? Nidavangar or something, whatever this guy's called. He's here. Urmor is over here. Urmor's down here. I'm kind of scouting around this area. Jotunheim is over here. There's there's Is this Air? What country is this? Eriu. There's Pelagia in the sea, this big sea right in the middle. And then I guess Marignan is just in this little area. He really doesn't seem to have many provinces, unless he has some somewhere else that I've not really scouted much yet. I'm going to keep scouting around to the south a little bit, but like I don't know where he could be. Like he's not down here. He's not over here. He seems like he only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces. Maybe 7. I don't think he has this one either. So no, he has 7 provinces. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't see any others. Like where else they could be? Unless he has some I haven't found yet. But it's really weird. I don't know what he's doing actually. See, I can fly over to these areas, and he definitely has nothing in these provinces. So that's very strange. I find that really weird. And his capital's right there too. So maybe he's just like camping out, and he built up this big army. If this is true, this might be his only army. This might be the only army he has. So if I can break that, that'd be pretty good. As you can see, my expansion has not been that great. Like I had a pretty unlucky expansion. Pretty early on, I lost 2 expansion armies in 2 different provinces, right here and right here. Just really bad luck. And then I got bumped by Nidavangar right here. And I lost another expansion army. So that was pretty miserable. That's 3 expansion armies lost. That really cut my expansion short. And I even still have some indie provinces around here. But I'm trying to deal with this war at the moment. So I'll see how that goes. Either way, I'm going to end the turn here. And we're going to move on and take a look at some of the older turns. We're going to go back. This is turn 18. We're going to go all the way back to turn 14. And then progress up to this current point. All right, this was turn 14. This was about 4 turns ago by this point. And you can see I haven't expanded much. In about 4 turns, I haven't really done much expanding. Like my territory about 4 turns ago, that was turn 18. That's the current turn. This is turn 14. And my expansion is barely any different. Like I just made it here. I just encountered Marignan, was scouting around. I had some random events with a bunch of like Phalagents and stuff. I just bumped with Nidavangar, and I haven't really expanded over here since. So in general, my expansion has been pretty poor. So I'm really hoping this war with Marignan can work out in my favor, because that's kind of going to be my only chance to really have good luck with this. Until I can get some of my economy going. You can see my god had already woken up by this point. This is at the end of year 1. By the beginning of year 2, usually the dormant gods wake up. And this is my god, Bill Gates bathtub. And you can see I've got Blood Bond and then the Blood Surge Bless. That's just my bless here. So not a terribly big bless, mostly blood focused. And definitely a very passive god. Like this guy's going to be researching. I need him more for the mid to late game when I want to start crafting a lot of stuff with these cross paths, as I mentioned in my first video. So in the meantime, he's not really doing much. And my main research at the moment is alteration. By the turn 18, I'm a little bit further along my alteration research. I eventually want to get to Alt 5, as I mentioned in my previous video, to take Fort of the Ancients and Mother Oak. Then I want to go to Alt Enchantment. Enchantment 3 will get me regeneration and some other things like Gift of Giant Strength and a few other boosts and things like that, which are quite useful for me. Eventually getting a little bit higher in enchantment will be useful to get some other kind of useful things like group regeneration, or a lot of these earth buff spells like Giant Strength Warriors or Weapons of Sharpness, things like that. After that, I want to start pushing into blood magic a little bit, though I wonder if I should kind of cut back on my enchantment for the time being and focus more on construction, because probably getting some construction boosters out early would be a lot more useful than getting just the regeneration bless. But yeah, I want to get at least to blood 2 for the time being so I can get some fiends to do some light raiding with the pandemoniacs. A pandemoniac with a few fiends is a pretty good raiding for us. So I like to get at least to blood 2 to start using some of my blood. Eventually go up to blood 4, blood 5 to get some of the better blood spells. For example, Reign of Toads, which is one I mentioned before, to cause high misfortune, disease, and unrest. So that'll be very useful for me later. So I want to do these things into the late game. I think I may change my research a little bit to get rid of enchantment and maybe move into construction, or maybe even conjuration. Conjuration could be useful too. I do want to start getting some vine men or algae men to start buffing up my forces. And then maybe a little bit later, where are they? The Vine Giants or the Vine Ogres. Where are they? Here they are. Vine Ogres at level 4. These guys are pretty good as well. So getting some of these Vine Ogres and Vine Men to kind of fill up my armies a little bit. Since I took Turmoil, I can't really produce a huge number of units, but I want to be able to use my tech kind of units like the Centaur Cataphracts, the Satyr Hoplites, and the War Minotaurs. I want to kind of transition to using these 3 mostly, and then a huge swarm of like Vinemen, with maybe a couple White Centaurs as like support as well in the side. But that's my main kind of strategy for the mid to late game, but I really need to get past this early game part, because I'm in a pretty shitty position. I'm kind of crammed between a lot of big players. Nidavangar is huge. He's pretty big. He goes all the way from here to here. Is also pretty big. You can see he goes from here to here. He's quite big. He's bigger than me for sure. And then Marignon is the smallest. That's why I picked on him. And it's got a very small little corridor to push in. So if I could push through here, then it's pretty easy to just take all this area. But let's go back out of here. Let's go look at turn 15. This was turn 15, and this is where I had a very strange event happen. So in Thing Woods, this was a province that you could see in the last turn 14 was part of Ur's like territory. There was a proud of realizing the power of the beautiful and ever-growing nature. The entire female population of this province has gone to a frenzy of Pangaea worship. So Pangaea, of course, is the feminist nation, and looks like they had a feminist uprising in Thing Woods, and all the women went crazy. All of them turned into Maniads and rose up in the province. I tried to just dump the Maniads. I don't really want this province. I don't want to attack right now. And I do want the Dryads, so I want to take them out and move them back to my province. And another group of Dryads later wakes up, and so I eventually move them out as well. But beyond that, not much happened. You can see barely anything has changed since turn 14. This is turn 16. The only thing of note that happened was I tried to empower one of my pans in nature. I really want in nature 5 ready for me, because eventually I want him to just straight up cast Mother Oak whenever he can. Even though it's a big investment of gems, I'm getting okay gem income at the moment. And once I can get Mother Oak up, if I can get it Mother Oak with a decent amount of gem income invested in it, it'll give me tons of nature gems where I won't even be like needing them anymore. So I'll invest in the upgrade for now, the empowerment, even though it's super expensive to go from 4 to 5. I think it's worth it long term. And just having one of these guys with pretty good path spread, he was lucky to get the blood random, and then obviously the earth as well. So he's got a pretty nice path spread. He's got big nature, so that'll be really useful for me later. And beyond that, not much else happening. This is the turn where I attacked Marignon the first time. It wasn't really a well thought out attack, to be honest. It turned out pretty bad. And this is that big force that he's moving around here. About 100 or 200 units moving out of his 2 forts here. So I don't really know what he's doing. He's going for a very like turtle strategy almost. Like just turtling up totally, and in this little like island of sorts. So that's very strange to me. So I don't know actually what he's doing, to be honest. It's very, very, very weird battle plan of his. Let's look up here. Let's go to the turn 17. This is the immediate turn right before the one I showed. And here was the battle. We had one battle that went pretty well. Oh no, this one went pretty poorly. This was just some mercenaries. I attacked that big force of his, and they all died. This one went not bad. You know, at least they were successful. They attacked some province defense, but there was nothing really there. And you can see a few battles around here. This is the battle right before that turn. I was trying to move these forces out. So I was going to attack with these guys in the province and move these 2 into support. And you can see it didn't really work out that way. These guys attacked and they died. And then these guys got caught before they could move out. So that whole battle was a big failure. That's too bad. But you could see he was moving to the north at this time. So I still think he was trying to attack me. And I could see he's producing a lot more units. I have some scouts here. He's still not expanded this area, so he's really having a weird kind of setup here, honestly. I don't really know what he's trying to achieve here. And again, this is the current turn, turn 18. Maybe turn 19 I can include in this video as well. That's if Ariu ends up doing his turn. But you can see a lot of like, not much happening at the moment. I didn't really have much expansion. I'm going to keep pushing on Marignon. And yeah, a very miserable time trying to deal with him. He's so tough, to be honest. And I'm pretty weak because I didn't invest too much in my sacreds and didn't invest enough in production in general. So it's hard to deal with this. But, you know, I'm going to keep trying that out. And hopefully I'll be able to do something. If these guys can do quite well, maybe I can get a bunch of mercenaries to support me and push to the south. But I really need to take out this army. I really think he doesn't have anything else besides these couple provinces. And if I can get a big force, just break this army of his, then maybe I'll be able to take him out. Because I think this is about all he has. I don't think he has much else. He has some forces in here, but not that much. Really, really not that much. So I think I can take him if I can get rid of this. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Beyond that, not much else. I kind of want to keep a good border with Nidavanger and I don't really want to deal with them at the moment. I hope I don't have to fight them because I don't think I could fight them all at the moment. I really need to ramp up myself up a little bit more. At the moment, I'm pretty flimsy. Like, I'm definitely more suited for the mid game when I can actually get my blood hunting and a lot of things going a little bit better. But in the meantime, I'm kind of a little bit behind. Actually, one thing I want to do, I want to get this guy to search for magic sites while he's here. Let's get that guy to search. And yeah, not much else. Just a quick update for how the game's going. This is just going to be a very short video. I just want to do a very quick update, go through the last few turns, and then up to the current turn. This is basically the end of expansion and into the beginning of the mid-game. This is when I should hopefully try to ramp up a little bit. I have 3 forts going at the moment. These 2 need to be upgraded for sure, but we'll see how things go with that. Actually, I may get this one out of here. Actually, I'll leave her here. Let's leave her there for the moment. And I can't really do much else, so let's just leave the game as it is. And I'll update you guys in a few more turns to see how things have gone, specifically with this war with Marignon, and hopefully I can deal with that. Otherwise, I'm going to get my shit kicked in, which will be really embarrassing. But, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. You know, you make bad decisions, and then you kind of have to reap what you sow a little bit. But either way, let's end here, and I'll see you guys again next time.